This video is rated PG. It contains mild slapstick cartoon violence. Tom and Jerry is, to put it lightly, the schnabadoodle. It is literally my favorite cartoon of all time. It has amazing slapstick, amazing characters. It's just amazing. It's also incredibly funny, creative, and original, and also recognizable in terms of its characters. Something that modern Tom and Jerry does not understand. And as in modern Tom and Jerry, I mean between these years. Yes, while Tom and Jerry hasn't really been that popular as it once was, it is still fairly common, and the basically best parts of Tom and Jerry's life are the old cartoons and the modern stuff, like some of the home media movies, and even the 2021 movie, which some people really don't understand. 31%? 5.3 out of 10? Jesus, not that bad. That's not even bad. It's a good movie. But I digress. Let's look at some of the great things about Tom and Jerry first. And as in great things, I mean the eras where Tom and Jerry was actually good. For starters, the Hanna-Barbera years, from 1940 to 1958. This was the era where Tom and Jerry was actually good, and actually had substance to it. Unlike now, that's an ad. Unlike now, take 3. Unlike now, where it's not even... Well, not unlike now, but back in a certain era where Tom and Jerry was, well, to put it lightly, crap. But I digress. Now, Tom and Jerry has gone through some different styles, but the most prominent style has been this style. However, it wasn't as cutesy as the footage that I'm looking at right now. But one thing that Tom and Jerry is better at than just the style is, of course, the comedy. This cartoon is, to put it lightly, nuts. And I mean goddamn nuts. But of course, you all know about the comedy and why it's fantastic. But what about the characters? They're also incredibly unique. Let's start with my favorite of the duo, Jerry. He's smart, loving, and is actually more cunning than Tom, which, unlike Jerry, where he's kind, smart, and cunning, Tom is dumb, stupid, egotistical, and jerky. Not that jerky, just mean. But he's not necessarily a villain. I mean, there are other characters that actually are villains to Tom and Jerry, where they basically just want to kill them both. Case in point, Tom and Jerry and the Magic Ring, which is what I consider the best Tom and Jerry direct-to-video movie, which I actually have a collection of those in my DVD shelf as well. It's right over there in the dark, but I'm not bothered to show you because it's my set and I can do whatever I want with it. But I think I can still show you this. That's good enough, right? The plot is simple. Tom has to protect the magic ring from Jerry, but of course Jerry puts it on his head, and then the two basically chase each other throughout the city. But unlike your regular Tom and Jerry cartoon, where eventually it's just 7 minutes, this one is an hour, but it also ends up with Tom and Jerry not only just chasing between themselves, but also protecting themselves from literally the entire city is out to get them. Like, seriously. Tom steals Jerry from this kid, and the guard basically just calls 3 police cars on them. So yeah, they're basically being chased by the police force. That's fine. Not only that, they're also being chased by these two. This guy tried to hypnotize him because hypnotization and money, and this guy wanted to eat him. So now Tom and Jerry are basically being chased by not only the cops, but also these two. And not only that, but they're also being chased by this dog, Spike, and his son, Tyke, who was basically crushed by Tom and Jerry. Actually, no, just Tom and also Jerry for some reason. So now basically him, Tyke, Yellow Dog, and Black Cat, and the police are also now after Tom and Jerry. And it eventually leads to the best chase scene in the entire Tom and Jerry canon, which eventually ends up with Spike, Tyke, Yellow Cat, Black Cat, and 3 police cars all chasing after Tom and Jerry. No, and not only that, but they also escape, but eventually find out that the one who's driving the bus is none other than... Wait for it. There's a Droopy, who basically sabotaged Tom and Jerry, and now they're being chased again. So basically what's been happening is that they're basically being hunted and lynched down. Yeah, cool, sure, okay. Way to commit genocide on these two. They just stole a ring. Is that much? They didn't rob a bank. But yeah, it is actually very well made. And the ending is very good as well. But I mean, yeah, this is the best direct-to-video film. It's also the second best Tom and Jerry film that I've seen, because the best one is, of course, the live-action animation one. Because, well, we all love that one, right? Right? Yeah, I think it's time to talk about the bad Tom and Jerry stuff now. We've gasped way too much of the good stuff. Time to talk about the bad stuff. Also, by the way, yes, I'm recording this on my phone, and I did not stop the recording on time. So, you did see me just switch between the, things. So, kind of awkward now, isn't it? After Hanna-Barbera gave up on the franchise in, well, 1958, they basically gave it to some rando. And then in 1961, it eventually led to new Tom and Jerry shorts, which looked like absolute yeah, the quality definitely decreased over time, but then was handed into Chuck Jones's hands. So we all know how he's done well, right? Right? Actually, no, that's not a joke. He actually is really good at doing cartoons. What's Upper Doc is considered the greatest cartoon ever made. The one cartoon I remember from watching the Chuck Jones cartoons, and as in one of them, is that, I'll explain it later, but yeah, the style definitely got more angular and Chuck Jonesy looking. But, I mean, it still looked like an actual cartoon. Wait, what kind of sense is that supposed to... The 1965 short Haunted Mouse, mainly because of this scene. I'll play it for you right now. Oh, that's cool, it says Finn. Oh, it says a different language. Will this become communist? Yeah, the other short's fine. Yeah, that alone makes it memorable, because not only is it showing different languages of End, but it's also showing that China is a fine country. Yeah, right, no, it isn't actually. It is a very popular country, but also not. No. Sorry if I sound obnoxious. Just please leave. Just no. But yeah, this is the most nostalgic cartoon for me, because it's the one I mainly own on DVD. Maybe because of DVD. But yeah, you can definitely see where Tom and Jerry changed in style. But it only got worse from here to the introduction of the Tom and Jerry show, which I'm not bothered to actually show because your eyeballs do not deserve to see it. But Tom and Jerry become friends. And unlike Tom and Jerry the movie from 1992, where they don't stay friends throughout the entire thing, they stay friends throughout the entire Tom and Jerry show, and it's obviously the worst one. It's worse than Tom and Jerry Kids. Yeah, you know that incredibly crappy show that made Tom and Jerry babies, you know, that massive trend that happened throughout the 90s? Well, Tom and Jerry were accustomed to it, and guess what? It is absolute crap. But it is better than the Tom and Jerry show. And I don't mean the 2014 reboot. That one's actually good if you don't count the first season. The first season is horrible. But at least that one is better then it's crummy, stupid ass original. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Of course, you can't talk about Tom and Jerry without talking about
the direct-to-DVD movies.
Or, as they say in Spanish,
El directo a las películas en DVD.
Yes, after the great success of Tom and Jerry the movie, right? No. They decided to make some changes and eventually started making home video movies. And unlike most people where they consider them absolute pieces of crap, I consider them, at least this, and this, and maybe this, actually good movies. Yeah, they're really good, especially this. This is the best one. In fact, it's one of my favorite direct-to-DVD films, solely based on the ending. Unless you count Lilo and Stitch 2, because that's the best direct-to-video film ever made. But I mean, who cares? I mean, it's just a small animated film that's a sequel to the best Disney animated film ever made. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I just hit my phone. But all of these are good except for a certain few that make me want to bulge my eyeballs out with water and lemon and any other liquid that burns your eyeballs. And it's especially due to this. And this. And this. Yeah, I liked this one before, but now it looks like crap. Spy Quest, Willy Wonka, Robin Hood, Sherlock Holmes, Pirates? No, you can't do that to Tom and Jerry. You can just put them in other franchises. In fact, the only good ones to come out of this era are Giant Adventure and Lost Dragon. They're the only good ones. And Wizard of Oz. Apart from that, it all sucks. What happened to you, Tom and Jerry? You were the voice of a generation. Actually, no, you weren't. You were a voice for 40s kids and 50s kids. But now all you can do is just mess up and do absolutely nothing apart from dumb, stupid direct-to-DVD films that are solely based for money, except for a certain few that actually have effort put into them. But why put effort into this when you can just make this? But of course, the best Tom and Jerry movie to ever be made is this one. Yep, the Tom and Jerry movie from 2021. It combines live action animation, and guess what? It's actually good. Except most people I've met say, no, it sucks ass. In which I say, no, screw you, it actually is good. It has good animation, good voice acting, and unlike most people where they say Chloe Grace Moretz's performance is crap, is bad, but is it horrible? No. Even some of the live action characters get laughs. The animation professional, the voice acting is good, the acting is, for the most part, okay. It's a good movie. Is this one of the best movies ever made? No. Is this one of the best Warner Brothers movies ever made? Probably. But I still consider this a big win because, it's Tom and Jerry. They're the best cartoon ever made, only behind SpongeBob, which we'll make a video about of. And that's basically Tom and Jerry in a nutshell. I really hope you enjoyed this film. Hold on. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this review and look back of Tom and Jerry. And I really hope that this video actually gets successful, because if it doesn't, it took me 6 days to get the courage to make this video. 6 days. But anyway, make sure you like and subscribe. And I know I'm keeping on the drawing a lot, but it's the only one I've been bothered to draw. So, and I just uploaded this in widescreen. So if it's in widescreen, then I'm so sorry, but I really don't care. Yeah.